In this video I'm going to break down my arrangement of the great standard Misty. And this is what most people would call a chord melody type of guitar style, which is really one of my favorites for a few reasons. And I wanted to kind of pass this arrangement along if this is a new style to you. Maybe you could add this to what you play. One of the reasons that I really like chord melody is it's a good solo guitar style. You don't really need anybody else. It sounds good to perform for other people or play for your own enjoyment just by itself. I also like it because it gets you doing some chord grips that might be new, and then you can take those and add them to your chord vocabulary, and maybe they'll show up in your own arrangements or in other songs, chord substitutions. I like chord melody guitar for that reason. I guess the other reason I like it is because it works on almost all guitars. I'm going to use an acoustic guitar for this video, but I enjoy playing chord melody certainly on electric guitars, and hollow body guitars are terrific if you have one. But even if you have a Tele or a Strat, you can roll the tone back and really get a nice chord melody sound out of almost any guitar. Let me look at the introduction. We'll break this song down all the way through. Let's look at this first few phrases. We're going to start up here. I'm on the 10th fret with my first finger on the D string, second finger on the high E string. I'm on the 11th fret with my ring and pinky on the G string and the B string. So get a grip that looks like this. From there, I'm making a bar on the 5th fret, D through E. I'm using my pinky. You can certainly use your ring finger on the 7th fret of the high E string. And down to a G major 7. The song is in the key of G in my arrangement. 2nd fret, first finger, E string, kind of down the row is how I look at this. 3rd fret B, second finger, ring finger, 4th fret G, pinky comes down here on the 5th fret of the D string. If you want to get your thumb on the bottom and play the G bass note, you can certainly do that. Then I'm going to switch to another way to play the G major 7 grip. Those are the next 3 chords. I've got my first finger on the G note on the low E string, my second finger on the B string 3rd fret, ring finger on the 4th fret of the D, pinky on the 4th fret of the G. A minor 7, using my second finger to get the low E string on the 5th fret, basically barring across D through the high E string on the 5th fret. For this grip, I'm barring from the A string all the way to the E string on the 5th fret, dropping my second finger in on the 6th fret of the D string, ring finger on the 6th fret of the B string. Then from here I'm going to the 12th fret of the high E string using my pinky. You can slide into it or just go directly to it. Once I get there, I'm going to make a bar on the 10th fret, D string through high E string. I'm going to grab all those notes, then play the 10th fret of the high E string, then I'm going to grab D through the high E string on the 12th fret, then back to the D note here on the 10th fret of the E string. That's kind of what you're doing there. Next grip I'm going to is sort of like the introductory chord, just move down on the 7th fret, D string, E string, first and second fingers, G string on the 8th fret using my ring and my pinky. Again, the same chord, same grip, just a different name for the chord. It's on a different place. So and then down to a C major 7, barring A through E on the 3rd fret. Second finger is going on the G4th, ring on the D5, pinky on the B5. solo note run, single note run. 4 to 5 on the G string, and then from the 5th fret B string to the 8th fret, ending on the 7th fret of the high E string. Okay, let me try to put it together. Here's what we want. Bar on the 8th fret, D through E, pinky on the 10th fret of the E, ring finger on the 10th fret of the D string, coming out of that single note passage. Pull out your ring finger. That's dropping the D string now down to the 8th fret. And then I'm going to pull out the pinky. Okay? Kind of a tricky little move. We're going to end up on a grip that I'm getting the 7th fret with the D string, first finger. I'm getting the 8th fret with my second finger on both the G and B string, 10th fret of the high E string. Try to put all that together really slow. Back to this grip again. It's just a little different, diminished grip. 7th fret, D string, B string. Then I'm dropping in my ring finger and pinky to get the 8th fret of the G string and the high E string. G major 7 chord, getting the 5th fret of the D string, barring across the G, B, and the E string on the 7th fret. Put all that together. Now I'm making a bar on both B and E string on the 8th fret, dropping my second finger on the G string 9th fret. Kind of like the top of an F chord, kind of how I look at it. Then I'm moving that up 2 frets, just sliding. Ending up on this G chord. First finger's on the 5th fret of the D, second finger's on the 7th fret of the A, pinky's on the 7th fret of the G, I'm sorry, the ring finger, pinky's on the 8th fret of the B. The next grip is going to be a little bar on the 5th fret, throwing in my ring finger on the 7th fret of the G string, and hammering my pinky on the 7th fret of the E string. So let's try to put all that together. And then 7th fret D, 8th fret G, B, and E. A minor chord. We've played this before. 5th fret, low E, 5th fret G, B, and D to a D9. I'm hitting, using my second finger to hit the 5th fret of the A string. Ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string, and then 5th fret of the G and the B. Okay, so single note run from 7, 8 to 9. And back to this G major 7. Using again the 4th fret of the D string, and then G, B, and D string on the 7th fret. That gets us to the first turnaround. We'll look at that in the next video. Thanks for watching.